Hello everyone, welcome back to World of Warships. Today we're gonna be taking out the tier 7 American cruiser, the Pensacola, which is of course the big brother of the Cleveland, back at tier 6, which is an amazing ship. I don't like the Pensacola as much because it has less range, but that's because the Cleveland gets this special skill for the captain. Well, you can make use of it. That gives you 20% firing range for guns with a caliber of up to 155mm. And the Cleveland's got 152mm. However, the Pensacola gets 203mm guns, so those guns do more damage. But we only have 10 of them. 5 at the front, 5 at the rear. So we have less range, but more damage in theory. They also fire a lot slower, and the anti-aircraft defense isn't as good. So instead of fitting AA gun modification 2, I fitted the gunfire control system mod 1 to increase the main battery firing accuracy. But yeah, let's take it out into a rank battle. Oh, finally! After 3 minutes we finally get a battle. I'll have cut out most of the waiting because it was just me rambling, and I don't think you're here for me to ramble to you while we're waiting for a battle to start. Well, there we go, interesting. We've actually got some tier 7s along for the ride. Usually it's just me and one other person. Let's take a look at their Pensacola. We have slightly better artillery AA defense, maneuverability and concealment, so he probably doesn't have camo mounted or other small modifications on his ship.
Battle starts.
All forces, capture that area.
Yeah, let's make sure we're all on the same page about where to go. I'm gonna reload armor piercing just because there's 3 enemy cruisers, so I might as well. Well, apparently everyone is for B. Well, let's go to B. Sure. I don't mind, as long as we have a consistent plan that everyone agrees with. That's the best part, that is the most important part. We've got to stick together and concentrate our firepower. And like B. Mylan says, don't split. Everyone seems to be moving, that's great. I'm gonna launch my catapult fighter just because it might help out with spotting.
Fighter airborne.
Just because I'm now sailing behind an island and the catapult fighter might decide to fly over the island, and the enemy ships are still pretty far. Well, at least the battleships can be spotted from pretty far away, so you never know. It never really hurts to launch it. Oh, I'm spotted, so there's a destroyer near B. And there we go, we spotted the Pensacola from the air. That or it's our little destroyer over there, but I choose to believe it was me. We can now send a little Hail Mary shot his direction. There we go, maneuver to avoid their fire. None of my shots have hit either. Okay, I don't think that's the Pensacola firing. No, there's way too many guns for him to send some shots in his direction. Yep, there we go, there's also a Mogami.
Attention, reporting the target position.
Right, let's keep calm. Try and figure out what's best to do. Probably gonna send some more shots towards the Pensacola. Reload armor piercing now. Maneuver to avoid those torpedoes. Not that they're really going to be an issue, but just in case. Pensacola dodged my shells, of course. Gonna slow down slightly. Fire a salvo of shots for him to dodge. Maneuver to avoid his fire. He overshot because we slowed down a bit. My shots missed again. So yeah, he's not bad. Our destroyers are hammering the other Fubuki over there. And everyone seems to be pointing their guns at me per usual. Battleships are finally starting to show themselves. Our battleships, that is. I mean, I know they're slow and all, but they are made to build. They are made to withstand hits, not me. So, please, by all means. There we go. Should be in range of the Pensacola. Just fire a salvo. Try and scare him a little. Start maneuvering to avoid potential incoming fire. We might finally land a hit. Oh yeah, there we go. Finally some damage. That just feels nice after all that. Fire some shots at the Miyoko. They're probably gonna miss. Maybe one of them's gonna hit, but he slowed down, so... yeah. They wouldn't have hit, even if he was in range. And this is what I feel is the downside of the Pensacola. It really doesn't have the range that I had in the Cleveland cruiser. Just gonna maneuver to clear the island, reload our guns in the meanwhile. Miyoko is sailing at a pretty good angle, although he is flattening out. Get some shots in. They look good. He's gonna be in a lot of trouble with those torpedoes. Oh, torpedoes barely. They almost made it. Get some shots in over the island. Send the other shells to the Pensacola. They look good. Yeah, some minor damage, unfortunately. But it's still a hit. Miyoko is slowly burning to death. Hopefully we can hasten his demise a little. Nope, we just bounced off of him like nothing ever happened. He's still burning. It's likely to put it out any second now. Just gonna send those shells in. Should have started maneuvering earlier and I get punished for that by some high explosive hits from the Pensacola. Get another hit on the Miyoko, but do no damage because why of course should we ever do damage? Switch to a high explosive. Gonna run aground in a second. Try and avoid that if at all possible. Get some rubbish hits on the Pensacola. Miyoko is finally gone. Avoided running aground for now. Spotted once again. Not sure about what this time around. Well, we're doing pretty well. We've lost nothing yet, and they've lost a destroyer and a cruiser. Got some shots in between the island. Too bad they were badly aimed and land way in front of him. Should finally be able to land a few proper hits now. We've got a Mogami and a destroyer over there, so we've got to keep that in mind. Negado still sailing at full speed. There we go, we've set his command bridge on fire. midship on fire as well. We're gonna start turning right and then... Oh! He just got evaporated. We're gonna fire one salvo of high explosive at the Mogami up there. And of course we aim terribly and we all miss. We're gonna have to keep in mind that there's a destroyer to our right.
All forces requesting cover fire.
There we go, he's showing his side. We punish him with a citadel penetration. We have the attention of the battleship, so I'm gonna start turning to avoid him. Destroyers drop torpedoes, although because I was in a turn I slowed down and I'm thankfully able to dodge all of them. Mogami misses most of his shots.
Torpedoes to port!
Problem solved, sir.
Torpedoes, direct front.
Oh god. We're gonna... Nope, we're fine, Jesus Christ. That should get rid of the Mogami. Now we're gonna reload high explosive for that Colorado. There we go, citadel penetration. And he is gone. We've got the destroyer dead ahead. I'm gonna ask for some support. There we go, we get some good hits on him. Some solid payback for him trying to torpedo us to hell earlier. Bit of luck, some more of those shots will hit. There we go with 5 more hits. Colorado's not in a position to fire at me at the moment. I'm gonna turn in, slow down for a second, try and avoid those torpedoes at all, if at all possible. Still spotted by the destroyer. Yep, there we go. There were the torpedoes. You don't need a magic 8-ball to dodge torpedoes, just make sure your movements are unpredictable. We're gonna launch a spotter plane just because he might sail a little bit closer and
Fighter airborne.
he might help us find him like he did. He's dead in the water. There we go, we're gonna... Yep, he's gonna feel that for a bit.
Enemy destroyer foundered.
So with the destroyer gone, he wasn't in a position to launch torpedoes. Colorado's not aiming his guns at me either. We're gonna send him some love now. There we go, got some hits. Try with a bit of less lead so we can set his rear on fire. We maneuver to avoid his fire. There we go. Only a minor hit, if any. And he's gone. That's the match. Beautiful. And I'm up to rank 9. Awesome. What did we get? We got some camouflage, we've got a lot of signal flags. I should start using those at some point. Another fortunate battle. We're up to rank 9. I did a lot better this time. 16,000 armor piercing hits. 21,000 high explosive. A little bit of fire damage. Yeah. That was a pretty good game, if I do say so myself. 2 citadel penetrations, fantastic. Anyway, that has been it for today. Thank you all for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, leave a comment if you have anything to say, and I will see you all next time. Have a good one, folks.